Donald Trump has launched an insane, unhinged attack on the very prosecutor that is worried that Trump is starting to preemptively tamper with juries by virtue of what he is saying on the internet. This is an extraordinary situation. Special Prosecutor Jack Smith put together a court filing. And the point of the court filing was to notify the court that Donald Trump is getting a little bit too loose with some of the things that he's saying. And at a certain point, he may be trying to prejudice the entire jury pool. This is a motion that was given to the court under seal. And Jack Smith wrote, Trump is personally engaging in making, quote, daily extrajudicial statements that threaten to prejudice the jury pool in this case. It's obvious that Trump is doing that. There is no question. Trump is trying to tamper with witnesses, and he's trying to prejudice the jury pool. Fine. When Special Prosecutor Jack Smith put out that statement, obviously this is a warning to Trump. If you cross the line into actionable efforts to taint the trial, we are going to try to have you sanctioned. And what the sanctions would be, whether they are financial or pretrial jailing or what, it's not completely clear at this time. How does Trump react? He takes to Truth Social, and he attacks Jack Smith, saying, quote, is deranged Jack Smith the prosecutor who is continuously overturned due to his unchecked and insane aggression, investigating the political hacks and thugs of the highly partisan January 6th Unselect Committee for tampering with, deleting, and destroying highly confidential and classified documents, pictures, tapes, evidence, and all forms of other important information? I know it reads like a run-on sentence, but I think technically it's not. If not, why? I fully believe it is because the evidence in question destroys his fake election interfering case. Dismiss suit. We couldn't have more dramatically different realities. And one of them is the real world, and the other is Trump's mind, in which he is a legend. On the one hand, we have 4 criminal trials, a fraud lawsuit from Letitia James, the E. Jean Carroll case in which Trump was found to be a civilly liable rapist. And I could go back even further. The reality is we have all of this consistent, predictable activity by Donald Trump, much of which he may now be held accountable for. They've found enough evidence to charge him. He's been indicted. He will, at least in theory, face consequences. And every single prosecutor has acted out of an abundance of caution, taken longer than maybe otherwise would have because they want to dot all their T's and cross their I's, as Sean Hannity once said. Weird when you cross your I's, but some people do it. So they just, when you're famous, they just let you do it. That's the one side, which these are very serious charges, very serious cases, very solid, as many have admitted. On the other hand, you have Trump's world. And Trump's world is, this is all fake. They keep finding things to go after me for merely for political reasons, even though, yes, okay, I had this fraud lawsuit and that one and then this one, and then I also had to shut down my charity because I was using the money as a personal slush fund, and on and on and on. And it's been a completely consistent multi-decade period of Trump doing exactly the same stuff, which rose to criminality once he became president of the United States and then stopped being president of the United States and engaged in allegedly criminal behavior. Those are 2 very different scenarios. The belief among Trump insiders is that now that at least one of his trial extensions was denied, he wanted to push it to 2026. Judge said, we're going to trial in March of 2024. The belief among some Trump insiders is he realizes this is getting very serious, and he is now just fully panicking. He will attack anyone. He will abandon anyone. He will cozy up to anyone, whatever he thinks will be best for him at that time. The next 2 years, no matter what happens in November of 2024, are truly going to be unprecedented and unique times in American history. Depending on what happens in November of 2024, you could have a situation where you have a sitting president under criminal trial or multiple criminal trials, and who could even be sentenced to prison. Think about that. We've got a great program for you today. Even though it's a Friday, I'm really glad that you're with us. I've had such trouble finding a great razor where I am not cutting myself or getting those nicks on my skin, which are so common with the cheap disposable razors. You have to meet our sponsor, Henson Shaving. Henson actually manufactures parts for the International Space Station and the Mars rover, and they are bringing that exact same precision engineering to the shaving experience. It hurts when you shave because blades extend too far and thus they wobble slightly. But with their aerospace grade CNC machines, Henson is able to make metal razors that extend just 0.0013 inches. That's less than the thickness of a human hair, which means a secure, stable blade with a vibration-free shave. It also has built-in channels to evacuate the hair and the cream. No more clogs, no more rubbing your thumb on the razor to get the hair out. I use Henson at home. Shaving is a great experience now. Henson wants to be the best razor, not the best razor business, which means you only need to buy it once and it's awesome. Go to hensonshaving.com/Pacman, add a razor and a 100-pack of blades to your cart, then enter the code Pacman to get the 100 blades for free. That is a 3-year supply. The link is down below.